Elex was a sleeper title that had a lot of cool things inside of it. However, it didn't take off like other RPGs due to a few factors. Not that it would stop Piranha Bytes, though, as they are going to release a sequel to the first game, Elex 2. Let's talk about what we can expect from the game and how it will compare to the first one. The Elex 2 release date has been confirmed as March 1, 2022. It'll be getting a full release on PC Steam page in addition to PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, S and Xbox One console platforms. Basically, if you've got a reasonable PC or a gaming console from the last decade or so that isn't a Nintendo Switch, you're good to go with Elex 2. Being something of an ambitious offering in the RPG genre, publisher THQ Nordic has released a number of trailers that outline the various aspects of Elex 2. Developed by Piranha Bytes, the very same group of clever folk that brought us the Gothic games and the previous Elex, Elex 2 whisks players off to the far-flung science fiction world of Magalan, as the menacing Skyans threaten to subjugate the denizens of the planet. Once more putting players into the boots of rough, then gruff protagonist Jax. It's a third-person, open-world RPG that tasks our hero with putting a foot into the bums of these aggressors in short order. In practice, the game has you getting stuck into a whole heap of third-person combat, chatting to NPCs, making decisions that affect the overall story and taking on side quests. Additionally, for the uninitiated, Elex is more than just a fancy title. It also serves as a super powerful raw material that can be used to infuse objects with great power. Neat. Once more improving upon its predecessor, Elex 2 brings back the jetpack that Jax would use to fly around the game world in the first game. However, not only has its use in combat been greatly expanded to allow our protagonist to rain damage upon his unfortunate foes, but the jetpack itself can be substantially upgraded, resulting in higher speed, more efficient fuel consumption and more besides. The new explanation trailer aims to introduce the player to the game's world and various different mechanics, giving the impression of a quite ambitious RPG. Magalan is home to aggressive wildlife and diverse human factions bent on warfare between each other, but the most serious threat is the one that's coming from the sky, the Skyand, an alien faction whose arrival was predicted in the first title, 6 years before. As typical of the subgenre, the player starts wholly unequipped for the task at hand, with only a trusty lead pipe to defend themselves. The overall mission is that of working with the game's various factions to counter the alien threat. Elex 2 features typical RPG mechanics such as companions, skills, and attributes, with the unique flavor being the mixing of fantasy and sci-fi themes. As the latest trailer shows, the diversity of the player's offensive choices is truly impressive, going from bows to swords, from chainsaws to shotguns, without forgetting jetpacks and magic spells. Those interested in the combat mechanics can watch a previous Elex 2 trailer focused on them. The variety of factions that Elex 2 features, including both old acquaintances and new actors, bodes well for a title that promises to give the player ample freedom of choice at every corner. The challenge is getting those very different parties to work together against a common threat, a mission that can only be fulfilled by engaging with the convoluted politics of Magalan with cunning and cleverness. Those interested in the latest flavor of Eurojank RPG need to wait just a few more days. In the meantime, while not strictly required for the enjoyment of Elex 2, playing the first Elex might be a good idea, with the two games having much in common.